My intention is to find clarity in this pattern that feels a bit unbalanced about addictions to screen and snacking and not exercising enough and not eating healthy enough. I hope this can inspire you, or at least make you feel like you're not alone if you are a bit like me. I might be a slow burner in making real everlasting changes in my life, but at least they usually are really everlasting changes. I'm careful not to make new coping strategies that might be more positive, but they are carried by other motivation, because motivation goes up and down, you know. So my approach might be slow, but usually it really makes a difference in the long run. And if you know that type of place where you don't really have the answers yet, then this video is for you. I just really like you to connect with me and walk with me in the investigation phase. I hope I can give some inspiration as to how to work all the way around an issue to, like, you know, pull it up by the root eventually. For me, it's like first I always have to realize and be aware of what is bothering me. And then I have to sit with it for a while, be with it, investigate it. How does it feel in my body? How does it affect my life? And then relate it to people in my life, to situations in my life, and then finally take action and actually do something about it. Put it into a context where I decide to do differently. It's like if I start with the decision alone, it's not really everlasting. It creeps back on me if I don't approach it from all the way around. How do you make everlasting changes in your life? Have you cracked the nut yet? I would really like to hear and get some inspiration from you as well. So please share in the comments how you approach things in your life. Once I get the last piece of puzzle, that's when the true everlasting integration and transformation will find its place. Yeah, I would like to find more clarity in that pattern. And I would also very much like to transcend that pattern. I would like to be so aware and to have so much inner strength that I can deal with it and heal it. Heal that pattern. Whether it's emotional healing or whether it's physical, working with nervous system regulation, whether it's learning more discipline, taking control. It feels unfree and limiting when I feel addicted to screen, for example. And I think some of all that screen time could be used to exercise or get out in nature more, connect more with people in real life, connect more with myself in real life, connect more with nature. I mean, look at this place. Isn't it just gorgeous? Also, this day is super wonderful. It's, I think, 13 degrees. Spring in Denmark, and spring in Denmark is so appreciated after a long and cold winter. Blue sky and such calm water. you know, and when I'm here, I just feel like, isn't it wonderful? I am Gitte Olesen. My channel is about personal growth, meaningful life, and everyday happiness. I share, I don't teach. And in this video, I am in a research phase. This is like the middle ground where I don't have the answers for much. So if you want to go researching with me and you want to just connect in this place where we are two humans and we don't have the answers yet, that would be nice. I'm good at my job and I'm very disciplined at structures and things that has to be done in that sense. So why don't I succeed in just making disciplined decisions about these other things? It really doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't. I mean, just saying it, I can feel the tightness around my shoulders, and I think when I try to do things like that, it's like going on a diet. You can be motivated, decide you want to do this, that, and the other. How often, how much, how long, and then execute on it for a while, and then something happens. You're just too worn that day. You're very pressured because of something difficult happening in your life or whatever. Something comes up, you get sick, you have to help your old parents move or whatever, you know, something that makes it all crumble again. And I think my experience just is that it's not everlasting. When I make those decisions, I've done it like a million times in my life, and it still hasn't worked. You know, you see, I still haven't solved it. And it's not that I've been focused on it all the time, of course, but I haven't solved it that way. One clever woman said to me once, there is no such thing as discipline. There is only continuum. I think that's something Latin for consistency, continuity. I know this other guy. He is called Aske. It's a Danish guy. He has developed a concept called NSP, nervous system programming. He would say to me that this is all in the nervous system. The reason why most people can't make everlasting changes in, for example, diet, weight loss, exercise routines, stuff like that, is because our nervous systems are programmed as in what is safety and what is danger. That's how sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system works. Safety and danger. And we're all programmed differently. That's a very scientific and physical approach. And I really think that is a huge, big piece of the puzzle, actually. And I have been using that in different situations, on different themes, different issues, and it also really works and makes a difference. I haven't really gotten to the thing about eating and exercising yet. And again, I think it's not the one and only answer. I like to work all the way around. I think in working only with the nervous system, maybe something else will be skipped. And we don't want to lose the gold or the diamond in the issue. Usually something else will unfold as well when I dig into it. I don't want to miss out on that, of course, but it's like at the moment I don't have enough excess room on my hard disk to go into that many processes at once. I have my YouTube channel in the making, book writing. I am in a huge transition process in my life, as in learning how to live more aligned, how to act differently, actually in not acting, but becoming more true to myself in the way I approach life and various work situations at my day job. My nervous system is obviously, for me, obviously programmed into feeling safety through snacking, through food and comfort. And so what is comfort? Sometimes when the thought hits me that I ought to go out for a long walk or something, then I just feel, I would much rather snug up on the couch with a blanket and a movie, you know. So what is safety and what is danger in my nervous system? It would be good to start working more with that nervous system again, like Aske taught me in the NSP, nervous system programming. It's like you can actually, over time, kind of like install a different chip in the nervous system. Teach your nervous system that you're safe. So you don't have to snack or eat something that is not healthy. And if your nervous system reacts to the thought of going for a run, you listen to the feeling, the emotional voice in the head saying, no, that is too hard, that is la-di-da. It always starts with awareness. So you have to discover the emotional voice first. That's in the brain, that's the central nervous system. That's like the kickoff of everything. So when I become aware of that emotional voice, I will embrace it. I will embrace it. Hi, there you are. The minute I do that, the minute I become aware that this is my emotional voice, a disidentification disidentification is happening, then I am not the emotion anymore. I am the one watching the emotion. So the detachment makes the voice obviously smaller, like an object I can see from a place inside that is bigger than a neutral spot, a neutral voice. So from the neutral voice, I can say, "Oh, I hear you, my emotional voice. I hear you. I still want to go running though, and you can come with me. I will take care of you. You're safe. Nothing bad is going to happen." That's kind of the deal. And I haven't really done that yet, not with the exercising. And also, it's like small steps, small, soft steps, because you don't want to, I don't want to, make a huge alarm go off in the nervous system. And this is something that is going on inside all of us all the time, all through the day, in little and big situations. The nervous system is always working in the background, always detecting safety and danger. That's like a reptile survival mechanism in all mammals. It's just the way it works. So it's quite awesome if we can actually go in and reprogram some of the patterns that has been installed that doesn't serve us anymore. I like that idea. I like that idea, as well as discovering what lies deeper down and what happens when I change things in my life, to go all the way around it, the scientific way, the emotional healing, the more spiritual disidentification, and leaning into a more true and essential layer inside, like connecting with something on a much deeper level. I am the ultimate freedom seeker. I like to decide things for myself. I don't like to ask a boss if I can get time off for this and that, especially not if I'm employed in a place where they will say no. That doesn't suit me. It doesn't. I believe that in my pattern of doom scrolling and snacking too much and not exercising too much, not doing what serves me and my soul the best, is some kind of a survival pattern, coping strategy that dims my true inner light, that prevents me from being the more essential self that I am. Well, I believe that we are here on Earth to remember who we are, really. And to remember who we are, we have to go through a lot of what we are not. It's part of the deal, I think, to have some obstacles That's part of the adventure of being a human. So what I have found so far, by not taking the disciplined way only, but investigating the deeper layers, is that me being too much of a pleaser or overly responsible, giving too much, actually gives me a bit of burnout. And that is why I need the coping strategies to even out and to find peace quickly by snacking or, scrolling on my screen. So my coping strategy patterns of addictions are directly linked to me not living aligned enough, to me compromising too much. And that is really important knowledge, I think. For me, that means that the flip side of my addictions, part of my path will be that I have to live more aligned. I have to also transform my pattern of being overly responsible to avoid burnout. So I don't need to do my addictions, to do my doom scrolling and such in the first place. Have you discovered that on the flip side of some of your bad habits, there is a link to some other patterns that you might need to change alongside? Please let me know in the comments below. I guess I'm only human. Wow, this sky is blue, eh? And thank you very much for watching. Also, if you want to support my tiny little channel, it will be much appreciated if you would like and subscribe.